Hello, everybody. Today is April 20th, 2021. Today is we are now halfway through in our course, meaning that today is our fourth presentation day out of the eight established date we have. So far, my students are telling me that most of them are going with a second, with option B, meaning that they are going to do it pre-recorded. So, for example, Diego sometimes have uh, um, special job advertisements to do, so I understand. So all we have to come up with and conclude or cope with is to keep sending the presentations. That way I can play them throughout or during these days. So my dear Diego now owes me presentations, okay? So he owes me, okay, presentations. Mayra Choque, I have hers. She pre-recorded herself with a YouTube video that you will watch in the following minutes. Gabriel Genesis is concluding today's video. He sent me that he is about to finish his pre-recorded presentation video. So I have, I don't know about Gabriela. In her time, okay, so here, perfect. So Diego's time is up. I did not receive any pre-recorded presentations, so maybe if I receive them during the weekend, I will play them on Tuesday, okay? So for the moment, let's go and hear what Mayra Choque has to present to us with her topic, which, if I am not mistaken, it is a continuation about her previous topic, okay? Which was really interesting. So let's pay attention to that.
Good afternoon, Mr. Zulueta. In this video, I will talk about software development methodology, and in special. Good afternoon, Mr. Zulueta. In this video, I will talk about software development methodology, and in special waterfall and lean waterfall. This software development methodology is ideal for medium to large projects with several different themes. It is a software development methodology in which the development process follows a process workflow that follows the phases of requirements analysis, design, implementation, testing, integration, and support. The development process includes sequential phases, each of which must be complete before the next phase can begin. The whole process is rigid and linear. There are clear objectives for each stage, and a new phase begins only after the completion of the previous one. There isn't going back. The following image show the different phases of the methodology waterfall. First, requirements or analysis. Do a complete analysis of the project. It should include estimate risks, completion date, and success metrics. And after Mr. Zulueta, in this video, I will talk about software development methodology, in special waterfall and lean waterfall. This software development methodology is ideal for medium to large projects with several different themes. It is a software development methodology in which the development process follows a process workflow that follows the phases of requirements analyze, design, implementation, testing, integration, and support. The development process includes sequential phases, each of which must be complete before the next phase can begin. The whole process is rigid and linear. There are clear objectives for each stage, and a new phase begins only after the completion of the previous one. There isn't going back. The following image show the different phases of the methodology waterfall. First, requirements or analysis. Do a complete analysis of the project. It should include estimate risks, completion date, and success metrics. Design. Complete documentation on the programming language to be used. The developer should decide on the design and design elements to be used in the project. Next, implementation. And the next step is to build the software. And verification. In this phase includes testing. Check the software for bugs and test your product completely. And deployment. Deploy your work to the general public, a company or a client you are working for. Finally, maintenance. Once completed, you will need to maintain your project on a regular schedule and check and correct any bugs that happen. Advantage. In a waterfall software development methodology, you have to worry less about change. Time constraints and work requirements are also easy to manage. You can estimate the cost of the project with precision. And disadvantage, the methodology is very not dynamic and would cost money and time if change were necessary. Because the actual product doesn't exist through the end of the project, it is difficult for stakeholders or customers to analyze the project and give feedback. If there are any errors in the initial requirements of the project, it would affect the result of the project. Next, finally, Lean. Lean software development is one type of flexible software development methodology. Developers identify the main and secondary elements of the project in the work process. Lynn says, throw out everything that doesn't add value and do only what you think absolutely needs to be done at the moment. The principle, the principle of lean software development um, minimize losses in order not to have to pay more and waste time. Developers analyze the project before starting and leave only the main functionality. Quality building. The developer tests the project, makes corrections, and removes bugs at each stage. Fast reports. Feedback is very important for the effective work of the developer. Providing the client with detailed information in time. General optimization of the system. The system is not optimized by individual processes but as a complete system. The following image shows the different phases. First, eliminate waste, then create knowledge, build quality in, fast delivery, empower your team, delay and making decisions, and finally, optimize the work. Advantage: save time and cost by using lower resources to create a basic structure of the product to be launched to the market. Lean startup helps to adapt change and build a better product. Allows companies and developers to work more intelligently and strategically. strategically. Disadvantage: the project would only work if all members of the developed team follow the process and flows completely. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maida, for your presentation, or well, the conclusion, and I guess the continuation and conclusion of your topic, which is a complex topic about these procedures, okay? Now, I have two different notes. I will start by going over the phonetical, okay, the phonetical aspects of certain words that can be improved, okay, phonetically wise. Okay? So advantages, development, whole, entero, completo, whole, minimizes. Now on your presentation, I noticed that on the first minute and 20 seconds, for example, here.
Good afternoon, Mr. For the completion.
Here is something in which I would like to emphasize. For example, the all process is rigid and linear. I don't know if this is the correct term, but I would change the all process is rigid and linear. It might be, now that I am reading it, it might be an upper way of mentioning this, but another way to perhaps change it grammatically would be the following one. The entire process, okay? So only you can change this for entire, okay? Good. Another grammatical aspect in which I found it interesting is on minute, on the 4th minute and 20 seconds, 4th minute and 20 second. So it should be right here.
Project, it would affect the result of the project.
Okay, so at the end. One minute and 20 seconds.
Errors in the initial requirements of the project, it would affect the result of the project. Next, find feedback.
I found it. It's here. It's here. Do not log off, my dear Gabriela. Is that you?
Mister, how are you?
I am doing fine. Can you give me a minute, please?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So, my dear Mayra, here I believe we can change it. This is just a grammatical aspect that it really popped up in my eyes. So let me read it out loud. Because the actual product does not exist to the end of the project, okay? So you can change to the end of the project, change to, at the end of the project, because the actual product does not exist at the end of the project, it is difficult for stakeholders, blah, 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 okay? So those are the only phonetical and grammatical aspects about this complex topic that you chose. And well, I appreciate you taking the time to research, to also create your presentation, and not only that, to also upload it on YouTube, okay? Other than that, perfect enthusiasm, creativity, okay? Good, so try to remember the phonetical aspects, that way they won't become a fossilization, such as advantages, development, okay? Other than that, thank you very much. Now let's continue with Gabriela. How are you, Gabriela?
I'm fine, Mister. How are you?
I am
Today
doing
was
great.
a busy day.
I can tell, like any other day in your case, right?
Yes, yes, because we have I don't know how can I say año fiscal.
Oh,
for taxes,
yes.
and we are a new foundation in about taxes. It's our first year, and we are learning a lot.
I know. And there's a phrase, love is in the air, but in your case, with all these accountings and numbers going on and legal procedures, we can change love into stress is in the air.
Yes, sure, because we need a lawyer, we need how can I say, a contador,
An accountant.
accountant,
Mhm.
and we have to work together these days, all this month.
Exactly. Well, my dear Gabriela, would you like me to quickly search for a photo or maybe a video about your topic?
About my topic, no, Mister. Today I wanted to. I was seeing the topics. Meanwhile, I was arriving here in the truck, and I wanted to talk about the why it's important to learn for our parents and grandparents about internet.
Oh, that's an easy, interesting, and it's something that we all we deal with that, and it is in our hands to help or not help, and to inform our adults about the pros and cons of internet content. So, with that being said, let me search a video about that. That way, your presentation is visually attractive. So 1 second.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mister.
Okay, so I found a video with an cartoon, okay, a cartoon video about teaching old people how to use technology. So it's going to be muted. So let's begin with your presentation, Gabriela.
Okay, Mister. Today the in our days, en la actualidad, how can I say?
In modern days,
In modern days,
or in the actual time,
is Mister. I couldn't listen.
or in the actual time,
In
or
the actual
nowadays.
okay. Nowadays, we had to learn about new tools to work by internet, but in case of my, for example, parents, my mother is teacher, and she and her colleagues, they had to learn a lot about internet more than us, because they they didn't know anything. Anyone they didn't know anything about computers, and others about internet, about new tools, for example, Zoom, for example, Microsoft Teams. And we like a daughter, I had to teach my mother how to use these tools for the new kind to live. For our parents and grandparents, it was so hard to learn about this, because all is new, and we needed a lot of patience to teach about these tools. And sometimes we had to do, in my case, some presentation, video presentation, some tutorials, because I am in other city. But they had to learn in that moment. Today they had to learn about these tools to use tomorrow with their students, or in the case of my father, for his meetings, for his to do some reports. And now is the kind to work around the world. It's more easy, but for them it was so hard, and it was so frustrating. I know some people, some of my one of my friend is meanwhile she's working, she had to work with her mother, because if if they have a little problem, or I don't know, sometimes the internet is bad, or the connection is bad, or any people needs or I don't know, she need to mute, but she doesn't remember, and she has to be there to help her to give a solution in that moment. And now she works with her mother from 8 in the morning, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. because they have two groups, and have classes during morning and during the afternoon. And we are doing we have work, and we have another work with our parents, with our grandparents, is words sometimes, but is the new kind to live, and we need to help, because we know, or in some cases I didn't know a lot about Zoom. I liked the meetings face to face, but now we have to use these tools. This is the new kinds to have these meetings and to work. But for my parents, it was so hard. For some people is who is close to me, is so hard too. And For example, for our parents, in this case of teachers in Bolivia, they had a lot of problems with a new law during the presidents of Evo Morales, a new law for teachers. They called Avelino Signani. They needed to know a lot of computers. They needed to know how to download videos or upload videos, how to teach in a digital world. But in that moment, they had a lot of problems. Now, during pandemic, they didn't have a lot of practice. They were not working, and if in that time they had problems, now it was so hard because today for example, tomorrow we are going to start with classes again, and it was a surprise, if I can say that. The new, I don't know, Mr. Modalidad.
Modality.
The new modality to teach, and that for some teachers this is the time that they have to leave this work. They have to I don't know, Mr. Jubilarse, retirarse.
Yes, when retirement comes, blah, 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 blah. So whenever they have to retire, etc., what was the main idea? Yeah, yes.
Yes, now is for them is time to retire, because it's a lot of work. It's a new modality. It's not for example, for my mother. I mean, it's so tired. It's so tired, and this she's doing some documents to retire.
So what's can you conclude your opinion, your statement, your topic? Can you conclude it with perhaps backing up your arguments or what's giving your opinion?
I think it's very important now, like as like daughters, we have to teach about these new tools. We have to be patient. We have to be I don't know how can I say, we are the daughters, and this is our we know a lot of these tools, and we have to teach. This is our it's time for us to teach something to our parents.
I agree, Gabriela. This new way of working, this is a synonym of modalidad. So this way of working, with this technological era, surprised everybody, not only teachers but also students. and beyond that universe, parents as well. I mean, it deals with everything. So technology is helpful, is really helpful, but if one does not know how to thoroughly and correctly use it, it will be a challenge eventually, okay? There are always pros and cons about a topic. In this case, age people trying to manipulate a Zoom platform and trying to teach throughout these type of platforms was a challenge. And in fact, a negative aspect that comes into my mind would be that certain students certain students made TikTok videos about their teachers not knowing how to use the platform, and they would mock them and make fun of them, and it was a challenge. And well, we are now we are now familiarized with working with the Zoom platform. A really good topic, a topic that deals with all of us in the modern era. So thank you very much, Gabriela. Thank you very much. Now I have some notes that perhaps if you take them into account, then you will become a more fluent speaker and perhaps a more confident speaker. Okay, remember the main goal of these presentations is to have you talk, to have you express yourself freely with confidence, okay? Well, one of the, this is all about phonetics, okay? I rarely have some grammatical aspects about your presentation. So let's start. Gabriela, my mother is a teacher. You forgot but I know that it was a matter of something else. I know that you know. Is a teacher, okay? Colleagues, okay? Colleagues, computer skills, habilidades. Good. I am or am on another city. I'm on. Okay. I'm on another city. Okay. I'm in another city. Okay. You can use either one, but you forgot in or on. One moment. Another one would be just to take into account any person, not any people. Here is an easy one. To make it more easy or to make it easier.
Okay.
Which one would be the correct one? More easy or easier?
To make easier.
Exactly. So it's just a matter of polishing those small linguistic elements. Another one, this is a phonetic one. This is really important to pronounce it in the correct way. That way, your English will be the difference. You will you will differentiate among others. For example, is it mother or mother?
Mother.
Okay, try to say with a sound, ma.
Mother.
Mother. And the R should be silent, not rude. Mother.
Okay. Mother.
Yes, mother. So these are just small tips that can help you in the future, okay?
Okay, Mr. Thank you.
That should be all, my dear Gabriela. Thank you very much. I am looking forward to seeing you tomorrow to conclude. We have to conclude our second unit in the Pearson platform. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Mr. Today I'm going to do the again the quizzes. Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, Mister.
I sent it. And
Mhm.
does it appear on your platform?
I couldn't review, Mister. But
Okay,
tonight I have to do.
sure. I sent you a snapshot whenever you go to assignments. And if you see assignments from other teachers, other courses, just go to my course, A4,
Okay.
A4, Juan Zulueta.
Okay, Mister. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you have any questions, just let me know on my personal WhatsApp. Have a great night.
Have a great night, Mister.
Bye-bye. Okay, so that was Gabriela's presentation and her feedback in a live session. So okay, so this is what is all about. It's about speaking freely, speaking fluently. Okay. Gabriel is still working on his video, but there won't be any time left, so I will play his presentation on Thursday. With that being said, that should wrap it up for today's class, which was a presentation. It has two names. For example, presentation, speaking day. Okay, so we will continue on Thursday. For the moment, that should be all for today. That's all, April 20th, 2021. Thank you very much.